This is the Good Neighbor Podcast, the place where local businesses and neighbors come together. Here's your host, Sophia Yvette.
Welcome to the Good Neighbor Podcast. Are you in need of a Pilates studio? Well, one may be closer than you think. Today, I have the pleasure of introducing your good neighbor, Michelle LeBanc Sedtal with Cornerstone Pilates. Michelle, it's great to have you on today, and we're excited to have you on. Tell us a little bit more about your business.
Well, thank you so much for having us. It's a joy to be here. About Cornerstone Pilates. Yes,
Yes.
we opened in 2018 here in Richardson, Texas, in a 965 square feet, and then since then we've moved and expanded, and we're now in about 4,200 square feet, but it's still a real intimate setting. In our classrooms, it's only five, maybe six people at the most. So it's the best scenario of doing a class without having being a one-on-one. We also offer gyrotonic as a different movement modality. We do several different stretching techniques. One's called Rossiter, and where we apply pressure to a muscle and you move through it, and the body goes, "Oh, okay, I'll let go." And then we also do fascial stretching, which is a dynamic stretch dance that between you and the practitioner. So we do lots of privates one-on-one, and it's just a joy. Very excited. This is our 8th year in business, and we're doing our open house September 26th, where we'll have free classes, lots of unique vendors, and interesting food, and bites and sips, and raffle prizes. So we've got some real goodies planned.
So, Michelle, I can hear your excitement in your voice when you talk about this. So, where was this passion for Pilates originally born for you?
For me, I started out as a client. I had been working for a pharmacy doing marketing, and I went to a doctor's office, and she had Pilates equipment in there. And the only time I've ever seen Pilates equipment was in like Shape magazine in the 90s. I was just like, oh, this is so interesting. But a year before that, I had my right knee scoped, and after the procedure, my knee hurt every day for a year. So I said, hey, after I was finished with business, he was like, do you think Pilates can help my knee? And she's like, yes, which I now know is yes, Pilates can help pretty much anything. And so I started seeing her. And then she had the audacity to move to sell her practice and move to San Francisco. So I found another studio, and I remember my knee is bad. So walking upstairs was a challenge. Just I'd have to take a step. I felt like I was 90 years old. So I found a Groupon, and I went to this class, and I had to walk up 4 steps. I get up the 4 steps, and there's a sign that says, use other door. I was hot. Oh my gosh, I'm gonna have to walk down these stairs. I'm gonna have to walk across uneven grass and then walk up more stairs. I almost left. And it's like, I can't handle this. Um, but I didn't. It's like, I bought the Groupon. I might as well do it. So I went, I did the class, and I just remember laying in a pool of sweat, trying to gather enough energy to get up. And the owner of the studio comes over me and says, Michelle, I think you need to do privates. I go, oh God, me too. So I started seeing one of her teachers, and I did privates once a week for years. Then that teacher decides she's going to move to Rockwall, 30 minutes away from me. And so it's like, oh, I'm going to come up with reasons why I can't drive 30 minutes. Um, I'm not going to be able to do it because I know I will make up reasons why I can't drive. And they had school starting. I was like, well, I love to learn. Why not? And I tell you what, it was the most challenging thing I've ever done in my life. You know, the words, I just need to go to the gym, or, you know what, I just need to go for a run. Those words never came out of his mouth. Never. I was a band nerd in high school and college, and the thought of running, you know, shoot me now. I would do stints. I'd go to the gym. I'd do some classes. I'd do some weights, and that would fall off. I've done an MS 150. I did that for a while, but that fell off. Nothing ever kept me coming back. So, but Pilates did. because I could walk in feeling horrible, either physically or mentally. And 55 minutes walk out and I am a different person, different headspace. My body feels better. It's like Pilates is the only thing I've ever been able to do consistently. So with that said, training was hard, so hard, because not only do you have to learn the exercises, but you have to get them in your body and you have to be able to experience it. And that was so challenging. I remember there was a couple of weekends after training, I'd come home and go, I can't do this anymore. And my husband and my son were like, you can do this. You're doing so well. And I persevered through. And I just started the training because I thought, well, there's so many different things, so many exercises that I'll never get to in a private. So I want to learn all of them. And so here's my chance to learn them. And then halfway through, it's like, oh, I can help people like me. So, where their life is becoming small. I remember walking up to a curb and starting to hyperventilate because would I just in the natural gait be able to step up on the curve without having to shuffle and go up with my good leg? And so it's like I can help people with me, and it can give them a life and and do the things that they love to do without pain. It's like, yes, this is my calling. This is what I can do. And that's kind of how I started.
So, Michelle, now that you've found your calling when it comes to getting the word out about your business, we know that marketing is the heart of every business. So, who are you looking to reach today? You said people who went through what you went through, but are there certain demographics or age ranges you're looking to hit? And how are you reaching them today?
Well, we see a wide range of age-wise of clients. We have uh, people early 20s to 85, 86, I think might be my oldest client. So who lights my fire is people who aren't being able to do the things that they love to do. Get on the floor and play with their grandkids. Go and play a round of golf and not be down in your back for 2 or 3 days. That those people are who I really love to work with. My partner, she did ballet and dance all through high school. She also did theater in New York, and she loves working with the elite athletes and the ballerinas. So, and all of our teachers all have their own special niche that they really enjoy working with. So we can really address anyone who wants to improve. They've got a goal that they want to achieve, or they just want to improve their life.
And how are you reaching these people?
That's a great question. So I go out and do marketing. And several different marketing groups, networking groups. I do that. I've joined Leadership Richardson, and I work with people in the local area. We've done some advertising. We've been voted second for the not second best, for the second year in a row, best studio in Richardson, Texas. So that's very exciting. That's helped a lot. Um, a little bit of social media. One of my teachers does social media um, for us because I'm the girl that goes after it's over. Is like, oh, I should have taken a picture of that. And so I have a teacher who's a little more like, oh, we need to get this on camera. So that's how we've been doing it thus far.
Well, Michelle, have you ever thought about having your own podcast for the business before? You certainly have a lot of great information to share.
I have thought about that, but this is like, oh my God. So where would I find people? Would people even listen to me? I don't, all these different thoughts and questions kind of run through my head. It's like, how would this work? I don't know. So when I got the invitation, I thought, oh, this might be interesting to see if there might be a future
I
in
love
the
that.
podcasting world. Yes, because I love listening to podcasts.
What about outside of work, Michelle? What do you like to do for fun?
For fun, well, with it blazing hot, what I've really been enjoying is spending time in my pool. That's been a savior. I lived in Plano for 26 years, and like 3 years ago, we moved to Richardson, and we have this pool that's shaded. And I've never spent so much time outside in the summertime because of that. I enjoy cooking. I love to cook. I love to knit, but it's a little too hot to knit right now. So I knit and crochet some. Spending time with family. I've got 5 grandkids, so and anytime I get to spend time with them, it's a lot of fun. So, I spend a lot of time doing all kinds of things, and I never have a down moment. So I've got lots of things to fill my time with.
Well, that's always a great problem to have, isn't it?
Yeah, yeah.
And kind of diving in deeper here to really the heart of Cornerstone Pilates, what is that number one takeaway you would like our listeners to gather from learning about this episode today? If you could sum that up into one sentence.
If That's a very good question. Um, if there is something in your life that you're doing that um, s- causes you to not live to your fullest, you know, if every time I'm thinking of one client currently, he loves to play golf. He's 83 years old, loves to play golf, but then he's always down in his back for 2 or 3 days before he can play again. Um, if you're doing something that you love and then your body is killing you afterwards, come see us, because more than 9 times out of 10, it's something in your alignment. So if we can bring the awareness to that alignment, change it, start moving through the correct alignment, all of a sudden the problems that you had before go away, and you can go back to doing the things you love. Because I hate when people's lives become small because it causes too much pain. Whereas they just don't know that they have the power in them to change how they're standing or moving and take that away. And I love to empower people and give that power back to them. It's not a shot, it's not a surgery, not mostly. Sometimes it is, but not sometimes it's not. And let's figure out what it is and improve that.
And for those who are ready to take that step, where's the best place for them to go to find you?
They could go to our website. It's richardsonpilates.com. I have the Richardson Cornerstone Pilates studio. When we formed our company, my partner goes, "Oh, my clients aren't going to know that's a URL." And luckily, richardsonpilates.com was available, and it's been a really best marketing, because people go, "Oh, Pilates near me," and then boom, here we are. So richardsonpilates.com is a great place to start.
Well, Michelle, I really appreciate you being on the show today. We wish you and your business the best moving forward.
Thank you so much for reaching out. I enjoyed doing this. Thank you so much.
Thank you for listening to the Good Neighbor Podcast. To nominate your favorite local businesses to be featured on the show, go to gnpfrisco.com. That's gnpfrisco.com, or call 469-221-9345.